everyone, my name is Maribel Tapia. There's more to applying for free and reduced lunch than just great food. This week we speak to the Director of Child Nutrition Services for Springdale Public Schools, Ms. Gina Smith, and here's what she has to say.
Hi everyone, welcome back again. So we are here with Gina Smith, and she is the Child Nutrition Director, and she's going to share some important information about applying for the free and reduced meals for this school year. So it's important because we have some deadlines coming up. So Gina, thank you so much for being with us and sharing this important information with our families.
Thank you, Maribel. Yes, this is a very important time for our families. The beginning of the school year is when we start collecting our free and reduced forms. And we have time, but our time is running to an end on our grace period, which extends until October the 5th. So our goal is to have all of our families turn in a free and reduced form by October the 5th.
Very good.
One of the ways that they can do this is through our SchoolCafe. It's an app that it is, and it's not just for filling out free or reduced price meal applications. It's also, you can also check your students' balance to see if they owe lunch money. You can look to see what they are purchasing in the cafeteria. You of course can apply for free or reduced price meals. You even view our menus. For each of your children, you just select their school and look to see what's on the menu for that day. It also lists the calories and the carbs if you're interested in that. We also are offering this school year a curbside pickup meal a curbside pickup meal that is offered to our virtual and our blended students.
Awesome.
Yeah, through SchoolCafe, you can place your order for the next day or for the next few days. And then you'll select your site that you want to pick it up at, and pick up your meal during the allotted time.
Okay. So through this app, so you can do a lot of things. So check student balances, apply, view menus. Can parents pay for lunches and meals through this app as well?
Yes, they can. They can pay for meals. Currently, meals are free to all students until the end of December. But if a student would like to have money on their account to purchase bottled water or an extra bag of chips, things like that, then parents can load money onto their account through SchoolCafe.
That's great. And you mentioned something really important. We do have free lunch for all students until December, but that's why it's important for parents to fill out the form because it does end in December. So if they're going to continue receiving free or reduced, they must submit this application, correct?
That's correct. And when we come back to school in January, they will go back to their status that has been predetermined from their form. So if they have already applied before this time, and they're free, then in January their status will go to free. If they may have been approved for reduced, and then at that point it will go to reduced. Or if they haven't applied at all, then they will automatically go to full pay status.
Okay. So very important to get this done before October 5th.
Yes. And October 5th is an important date for our district, and in a minute I'll explain why. Okay, so once they've accessed SchoolCafe, this is what it looks like on your phone.
Okay, so this is from the app on the phones.
Yes.
Okay.
It looks very similar on your computer as well.
Okay.
And then in this last picture, you can see you have the student badge.
Okay.
So as the student comes through the lunch line, if they have a student account set up on SchoolCafe, then they can use it for their badge. So it makes it
like no contact also.
Yes, no contact is great. So
perfect.
Yeah. And so parents can find SchoolCafe by going to our school website. There is a nifty school lunch tray link that will take you to our page, to the child nutrition page, and then they'll see the SchoolCafe logo. Or they can just type in SchoolCafe in their browser, and it will take them to SchoolCafe. And you can also download the app onto your phone from Google Play or from the App Store.
That's very convenient because I know most of our parents have smartphones and are able to download, and what an easy way to keep track of, balances and meals, and to check to make sure that, the kids are eating and they're getting their lunch at school. So that's really handy. I really like that.
Okay, and so to get started, this is probably the only difficult part about the app at all, and that they need to know, they need to have an email address. So a parent setting up a SchoolCafe account would have to have an email address. Mm-hmm. They'll need their student's 9-digit ID number. Okay. And for every student at Springdale, it starts with 1,000. Okay. So the student may know the last 5 digits of their student ID number, but they don't know that they need to add the 1,000 in front of it. So that's a helpful tip for parents.
That's good to know.
Yeah. They also need to know which Springdale school that their student attends. So even though, like we mentioned before, our students at Don Tyson Virtual School, they can pre-order meals through this app. Mm-hmm. So even though they went to Bayari last year, this year they're enrolled in this Don Tyson School of Innovation because they're a virtual student. So that makes a difference when they are looking for their student on the app.
Right. Okay.
And then, of course, they'll need to know the student's birthday.
Okay. So for the parents who have little ones, the elementary kids who don't know their student ID number, how can they find this number? Who can they contact to get that student ID number?
Yes. If they don't know the number, they can contact our office.
Okay.
And that number is shared with you at the end of the slide.
Perfect.
Yeah. Okay. And so once they access SchoolCafe, the very beginning where you set up your accounts, it looks like this. And it's important that at the very bottom you add your school district. Okay. So it's automatically on Arkansas when you bring it up, but then you'll need to type in Springdale PS.
Okay.
So as you start typing Springdale, it pops up.
Okay. Yeah.
And so then once they've set up their account with their email address, then this is what the dashboard looks like. And from this dashboard, as you can see at the very top, you can apply for benefits. This is where you would apply for free or reduced price meals. Mm-hmm. You can add your student.
Okay.
So this is where you would put in their ID numbers to add them to the app.
Okay. So it's one application where you can add all your kiddos to, right?
Yes, that's correct. When you apply
for family.
Yeah, one application per family, per household.
Okay.
And then also on this app, like we mentioned before, you can place orders. Mm-hmm. Up. And that's only offered to our virtual, our blended students. And we've also had some quarantine students able to order and pick up, which is great because it's no contact when they pick up.
So, that's amazing. That's good to know. Yeah.
And then towards the bottom, you can see the school menus. So when you click there, you can access the menus.
So it'll bring up the individual menus for each school?
Yes, for breakfast and for lunch.
Oh, cool. It's a good way for parents to keep up with what kids are having for lunch.
That's right. And how healthy it is.
Exactly. Yeah, that's important. That's really great to have that information, those nutrition facts. I mean, it's important to know, especially if you're tracking for, health reasons or whatnot, for parents to know as well as for the kids.
Yeah, so really SchoolCafe is just, it's a great way it has your whole cafeteria in one app. So,
right.
It's become very user-friendly.
Yeah.
All right. And like you mentioned before, it's important that we go ahead and apply for free reduced price meals. Mm-hmm. Every school year, they require a new application. And you also, if you applied last year and you didn't qualify, you may qualify this year because your income could have fluctuated. And if you apply at the beginning of the year and you are denied and your income changes, you can reapply later in the year.
Oh, okay.
It's not a one-time thing. You can apply at any point during the school year.
Oh, that's good to know. I don't know. I don't think that a lot of parents are aware of that, but that's good to know because those situations do happen.
Yes, they do. At the beginning of the school year, you may qualify for reduced, which means that you would pay 40 cents for lunch, 25 cents for breakfast. And if your income fluctuates, then you may qualify for free. So, it's not just the ones that have been denied that might want to reapply later. It also may increase your benefit. So, if you apply by October the 5th, it really helps our school district. The state looks at our free and reduced percentage to determine funding for our district. Okay. And so that additional funding pays for resources like our social workers that we've been able to have for the last 3 years in our district. It also pays for school resource officers at each one of our campuses, instructional facilitators, additional technology for our students. So not only do families benefit from this program, but also the district benefits, in turn, our students benefit more.
Yeah, and we are a one-to-one technology district, so that's very important because especially right now with our blended students, our virtual students, they all received Chromebooks from the district, and it's because of the funding that we receive because our families complete these applications. That's how they help their school district and help our students as well.
Yeah, and also our students, the parents can also apply to get reduced price home internet, and Cox Internet is one of the companies that does this program, and usually all they need to apply for that is proof that they qualify for free or reduced price meals. So they can get their proof from us and then apply for this benefit as well. Wow. High school students, ACT test is very important for them to take, and they usually take it more than once to get the score that they need to get into college. And so they can receive a free ACT test based off of their meal status. Wow. Yeah. Younger students, there's sometimes summer camp opportunities. And then, of course, the one that all of us as parents enjoy the most is fewer phone calls from the school for so because there's always so much for our parents to keep track of, to get our students to school each day, and just to have that one less thing to think about or worry about. Right. And to pack a lunch too. So yes, there's definitely a lot of benefits to this program.
So for the parents who don't feel comfortable using the app, or who don't have internet access, or for whatever reason, what is another way that they can apply for the free and reduced lunch?
We have paper applications at all of our schools that they can pick up and fill out and turn in there. Or they can come to our office here at 800 East Emma Avenue. We're in the old Washington building, and have applications here that they can fill out, and also computers if they want to do the online application.
Oh, that's good to know. That's good to know. Okay, so if you don't have a computer at home, you can go to the child nutrition building, and you can use a laptop there and complete the application, or pick up a paper one. So we have all these choices for it to get done. That's
right.
Okay, and so this is your contact.
Our office. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Office and ask for someone to help them with meal applications, and we have a staff that's here every day from 8 o'clock in the morning until 4:30 in the afternoon.
Okay, so there'll always be someone there to help them between those hours.
Between those hours, yes.
Perfect.
And of course, they can also email questions as well.
Okay, and we'll be sharing that email information as well. So Thank you so much for sharing all this information. It definitely is important. I mean, there's so many benefits to applying for the free and reduced lunch, and we want to make sure that our families, our kids benefit from all of these great things that comes with applying. Is there anything else you would like to share?
No, I think that's it for today. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much.